Hey everyone, Renee here. I've got my Amazon Prime Day picks for you. Can't believe I've actually never done one of these before, but now is about as good a time as any to try new things because there's some really good deals going on. There's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Admittedly, lots of what I get on Amazon is out of curiosity because it's got such great reviews, and so I just really want to try for myself. These are things I love and continually restock. Incoming rave for this hair treatment that has truly been transformational for me. From Uniq, the BoldPlex Bond Restore Treatment to the Power of 3. I have the kind of hair that can really benefit from bond treatments, which works at a molecular level on each strand to strengthen and repair it from inside out. I will tell you that this was transformative from the very first treatment. It's definitely worth the hassle of getting into your shower, washing your hair so everything rinses off clean, and then when your hair is towel dried but still damp, you apply this. I actually kept it in my hair for an hour. After that, you have to go back in the shower and rinse everything off. Before, for me, that whole 2-shower thing would just be out of the question, but this is worth it. The minute I start rinsing this out of my hair, and this is thick and emollient, so the good news is that it rinses out really, really easily. But the minute this is rinsing out, my hair feels like silk. It's so soft and slippy. I don't have recollection of when my hair last felt that way or if it ever did. It also dries down softer. Once a week is good, but I think for my level of processed hair, I really should be using it twice a week, and also the longer you have it on, the better. The brand is also committed to sustainability at every level of the supply chain. The packaging is also made of 100% recycled plastic and is also 100% recyclable. All the ingredients are ethically sourced, vegan, and never tested on animals. A drugstore cleanser that I love so much is this one from Cetaphil, their Gentle Skin Cleanser. I have been loving and using this ever since they upgraded like 2 years ago, their most favored, beloved, dependable formula, and just made it better. I mean, this is exactly the kind of second cleanser that I love, which is super gentle, calming, soothing, hydrating. So the difference between this and the old formula is that they removed the fragrance, but they also added niacinamide, glycerin, vitamin B5, so it's very hydrating as well. But this retained the micellar cleansing technology as well as the texture that so many have grown so fond of and attached to. It's got that comforting creamy gel texture that feels super hydrating, and it doesn't strip and also rinses off without residue. This is also oil-free. So really this is great for all skin types, especially if your skin is very sensitive. This won't sting the eyes. You know, one of my favorite ingredients in skincare is rice in all its forms. I love it in my cleansers, especially my cleansers and my toners, my serums and moisturizers. So naturally, I will enthusiastically use this in my hair as well. So just like rinsing the face with rice water, rinsing the hair with it is a centuries-old beauty ritual. So from Mimosu, their rice water kit makes rice fermentation really easy and also comes with a continuous mist bottle. Now, if you don't already have one of these, then you just have to. If you know, you know. I mean, it is the best mist bottles in existence. You pump once and it releases the finest cloud of a mist, and it just keeps going and going and going. You can make your own fermented rice water, but put it in here. So rice contains so many nutrients, amino acids, minerals. For the hair, it will give you more volume, shine, silkiness. You essentially have these tea bags that are full of 100% of the finest Korean rice. You put it in the water in the spray and let it ferment. Let it sit for at least 12 hours to 2 days. The fermentation process releases a byproduct called pitaria, which makes all the existing nutrients and vitamins even more potent. I don't know, but it all sounds very SK2 to me. In fact, it even has a similar pungent aroma. Fermented things are just gonna smell fermented. But also the process really develops this one ingredient that is particularly good for hair called inositol, which is known to really stimulate hair growth, but also strengthen the hair in and of itself. I use this once or twice a week as a treatment. My hair tends to be really porous, so it absorbs everything. The spray bottle makes all the difference during application. It's more control and complete for the scalp and the hair. Sometimes I use this before cleansing and, leave it in my hair for a while before rinsing it out, and sometimes I use it afterwards. But yeah, it's fun and really easy. So something that's brought me tremendous joy and is unexpectedly skincare related, my Phomemo D30 label maker. This purchase was inspired by a dear friend who I just wish I had his superpower. He loves to organize. In fact, he organizes my entire skincare archives, puts everything in their place, and labels everything. I can find everything so easily. It's been life-changing. There's a date on every single skincare item that I own. I also really love knowing, especially with my ascorbic acid vitamin C's, like at what point they start turning, they start oxidizing. I'm not the organized, putting labels on everything type, but this actually has made it fun. Also, it's just the easiest thing to use, and it's just so simple and compact. So this is Bluetooth, and you operate everything through an app, and it's such a seamless and fast operation. This is also inkless, and you really have so many customization options, so many fonts. It's just really great. I mentioned this past summer that one of my favorite finds was Beurer BR60 Insect Bite Healer. This is the only thing I have found to be effective against insect bites, especially with skin as allergic as mine. Nothing topical has ever worked effectively, and certainly nothing gimmicky. This uses heat, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, to dissolve any venom, saliva, or irritants. So the sooner you use it after being bitten, the better the results will be. When I use this, the severity to how my skin reacts usually to insect bites is diminished greatly. In fact, usually by the next day, it's kind of gone and it's lost its itchiness. Whereas usually that would last for about a week, where it will go through different stages of just getting bigger and bigger. And then of course there's a long-lasting red mark afterwards. When I use this, it really eliminates the need to just itch and scratch, probably because it is really hot. It's uncomfortable, but for me, it's actually bearable. But also, I try and use it immediately and not after my skin is already raw from scratching, which I think makes a big difference. It's not burning your skin though, even though sometimes it really does feel quite intense, so be prepared for that. One of my favorite things that I've ever gotten from Amazon that I just want to share, even though, again, this is more of a summer thing, but it's also a great vacation thing. It's always summer somewhere in the world. My Lanzom Panama Fedora sun hat with a UPF of 50. This can be rolled up in your luggage, it can be packed, it can be squished, and it will basically pop right back into shape. I have far more expensive UPF 50 hats, but this is the one I use the most. I will not be without it. I find physical shade to be more effective than sunscreen alone, so this is something I really wear all the time. There's so many different fun colorways and combinations. Some of them are just subtle differences, but you know, during this time, it's when I want to just try out multiples. I do not hesitate during this time to stock up on my favorite budget body washes from Native. I don't even like to put this in the budget category because everything about the Native body wash experience is quite luxurious to me. Fact is, I buy 2 of these at a time and you get all this for under $10. I even use this as refills for my hand wash dispenser. The texture of this feels really lush because it's a substantial gel, so it feels really comforting. This has a mild but still satisfying lather. This does not dry out the skin. In fact, it does leave the skin still feeling kind of plump and hydrated. This is sulfate-free using the naturally coconut-derived cleansing agents, so no harsh detergents. But for me, the experience really is heightened just by the way it smells. Like I mentioned this before, I need an aromatic experience when I'm taking a shower because either it really calms me down, soothes me, relaxes me, or it can really give me energy. These have a more elegant scent. This latest one that I've been trying and I'm just strangely really into is different from the others. It's their powder and cotton. This is different in that it's not a natural herbal or woodsy element type of scent. It has that nostalgic kind of laundry, clean sheet scent to it. None of these are overwhelming or strong, but of course it always depends on how sensitive your nose is, but they're very comfortable scents. K-beauty brand Goodal is at 40% off, and I get asked about this all the time. Their Green Tangerine Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. So this is Korea's #1 selling vitamin C serum. Apparently one is sold globally every 30 seconds. So this isn't vitamin C as in ascorbic acid, which is my gold standard. This vitamin C refers to the extract of the vitamin C rich fruit. The base of this serum is tangerine extract, but it also contains 4% niacinamide and 2% arbutin. And really it's great for immediately brightening dull skin, which is what I use this for. I always use this in conjunction with my ascorbic acid serum, and they really pair quite well. They're quite complementary. I actually like this for aesthetic reasons. I always say that skincare is my makeup, so I actually choose skincare that makes my skin look the way I want it to look, rather than rely on highlighters and foundations. I mean, this alone already, it's a nice, satisfyingly thick gel. It feels comforting on the skin and also gives so much hydration and glow. But together with this cream, the Green Tangerine Vita-C Dark Spot Care Cream, my skin actually looks like it's got a top coat layer of varnish on it. And it's not that sort of oily, greasy glow either, because the cream actually isn't really oily. It's like seriously the most intensely hydrating cream. This has that pudding jello texture and it is quite thick, but when you apply it and when it dries down, I feel like it kind of tightens my skin as it dries down. Everything just feels tighter, which is nice, but also this is one of those very grippy creams. So you feel like anything you put on top of it or over it really kind of stays put. It grips it down on your skin. So this works beautifully under makeup. This also gives a really smooth finished texture to your skin as well. So I kind of love that this smooth texture, tight, varnished look just lasts all day too. So let's talk about the #1 selling face mist on Amazon from Dalba, their White Truffle Vegan First Spray Serum. This has sold over 25 million bottles globally. I mean, I use it, so I get it. Many of you know this about me, but since the beginning of my channel, I have never been able to resist a bi-phase face mist. I do love a combination of liquid hydration and moisturizing lipids to just hold everything in. Biphase, where you get the separate layers, is different from a milky emulsion in that it doesn't have the extra surfactants that is normally required to just make sure everything stays mixed. As long as I give this a good shake, I feel like I'm getting it all. This entire brand is inspired by Alba, which is in Piedmont, Italy, the area that is known for their white truffles. In gastronomy, you may know that white truffles are superior and way more valuable than black truffles, and usually are at least double, triple the price. I love a good mushroom in my skincare, and white truffles are the D grade diamond of them all, mainly because of their high nutritional, especially antioxidant value. It's high in phenols, flavonoids, but also rich in amino acids and mineral content as well. Their patented superstar ingredient is called Truffle, which is a complex of their white truffle extract plus vitamin E. So really antioxidant boosted, and it's combined in that perfect ratio to yield the most powerful results for well aging. My skin is getting sapped in this transitional seasonal weather. During this time, there is no glow. I actually have 2 bottles of this that I keep around, one by my desk and also one in the bathroom because I love using this all over after I take a shower. This is great in the hair as well, especially when your hair is as processed as mine. The oil layer is a really balanced blend of avocado, chia seed, and sunflower seed oil. This can be used before moisturizer, after makeup. I tend to use this after makeup just to make sure that my skin has a glow. This dispenses the finest cloud, which does make it perfect for use over makeup because you don't get these huge globs or droplets on your skin that tend to disrupt your makeup or possibly form patches. This actually sets everything beautiful, but really it is the glow that I love. And when my skin starts to feel tight during the day, this just loosens everything up. All their formulas are certified 100% vegan by V-Label, which is an Italian certification. Another one of their formulas that has really stood out to me this year is their UV Essence Waterfull Sun Cream. The texture of this, beautiful. I'm so impressed. It's got that essence-like sunscreen texture. So it is lightweight, silky, hydrating, and it just feels so comforting to apply. This uses all chemical filters, no cast. This absorbs really well, looks great under makeup, and also gives a little bit of that dewy glow, but it's subtle. So of course, this also contains Truffle, but for that extra antioxidant boost, this also has Chateau Margaux in it, the wine, which is always very antioxidant rich as well, as full of resveratrol. Again, there is a slight citrus scent to this for those of you who are sensitive to that. So these are my picks. Happy shopping. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.